Okay, very quickly, if you've not watched my video this morning, which was video number 10, if you've not seen video number 10, do not watch this. If you've seen video number 10, but you've not seen up to the scientific bit, 7 minutes 50, where I respond to Anthony Riley, don't watch this. If you've seen it, but you're not interested, don't watch this. This is purely an amendment, something I should have put into that response yesterday that it slipped my mind, and I'm kicking myself. I don't want to be putting crappy little videos like this on the Conspiracy Cats channel. I want them all to be as high a quality as I can, but this is such an important point. I really feel I need to put it as an amendment to this morning's video. So as a refresher, the question that I was charged with answering was, can I distinguish between density and gravitational force when it comes to objects falling? And I said we take a spring, we take a spring balance and we put an object on it in a vacuum chamber. There will be a force on the spring, which Anthony Riley would put down to the density difference between the object on that spring and the air around it. But as I suck out the air and I increase that density difference, the force on the spring doesn't increase. Now, the response I was predicting to that I should have put in was, Anthony would be well within his rights to say, well, if I take that spring balance and I drop that object into water, which is more dense, I am going to see a difference in the force, which would be really valid. And buoyancy obviously is a real thing, and density is very important for it. But my response to that, and what I should have put in the video last night, is this. If taking the air out of the bell jar has no effect on the force, then we only have a limited number of possibilities. In your model, where density is the only reason things fall, if the force on that spring balance doesn't change, that can only be because the density of the air is that small in relation to the object that removing it just makes a negligible difference. It makes no difference whatsoever. Now, if that was true, then when we go in the real world, we wouldn't see objects of the same size and different densities falling at different speeds. You can't argue in the bell jar that the density of the air is negligible and therefore it makes no difference to the force on the spring, but then still argue that density is the reason objects fall, and objects fall at different speeds. So yes, buoyancy is real, and yes, you can drop that object into water and see a change, but the experiment I gave you last night, and hopefully this added bit of explanation, proves beyond doubt 100% that there is something else involved. Density is hugely important, but there is something else involved, and I think that does distinguish density from being the real reason objects fall. I meant to add this into the video. Sorry for making you watch this, anyone who's stuck to the end. Okay, bye-bye.